Watch your head.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Excuse me, I noticed the name on the sign's Ohanian. That wouldn't be Karl Ohanian, right?
Might be. Why?
Well, I played ball up at Berkeley with a hotshot tailback named Ohanian. I thought maybe it was...
Good Lord, you're Harry Keller.
Are you Kirk's wife?
I married the quarterback. Just
You Max, missus?
Yeah, I'm Heather McDougal.
Hi, how are you? Talk about
Hi.
luck. I rent a beach house down here, and I come to look over the marina, and all of a sudden I got a Class 3 union here.
Oh, gee, I wish Kirk were here. He'll be back in a minute. He's on his boat.
Oh, yeah?
Mac isn't here a lot, so I run the store for Kirk.
Ah, yeah. Mac ever talk about me?
Yep, Monday night between halves. In the house of McDougal, Mr. Keller, you are a legend. Oh, here they come.
That's the channel. I get tired of, don't I? Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
These yours?
Aren't they noisy enough to be? Come on, let's bring her in before these two explode. Come on! Wait a minute! Oh!
Now, who's going to catch it?
Steve's turn.
All right, there's one for you, too. Over there.
No, honey, grab it first. Okay, tie it down. Wait.
Doug, remember to hook in the phone, huh?
Kirk, guess who's
Hey,
here?
hi, beautiful. Wait a minute, Steve. Now, you be sure and hook up that power this time, huh?
Kirk.
Harry?
What do I need, a helmet?
Keller, how long's it been?
Oh, man, I'm afraid to count.
You're looking great. How about the leg? How's the trick knee?
You know, it gets me on and off 747.
Oh, you travel around a lot, huh?
Oh, yeah, I travel all over. I'm in computers, so I move around, yeah.
Well, I gotta say, your timing's as good as ever, Harry. Tonight we're gonna celebrate. It's Mac and Heather's wedding anniversary. Uncle R's gonna put out a great Armenian spread. Hey, Uncle R, come on over here. I want you to meet an old college friend of mine, Harry Keller.
Hi.
Uncle R, my first mate, king of the galley.
You got some kind of boat here, Kirk. It's not too beamy. I bet she flies.
Oh, yeah, it skips along pretty good in a strong wind. Hey, you into sailing?
Oh, no, I kind of fool around with a catamaran. That's about it.
A boat is like a wife. You need a lot of money to keep her looking nice.
He never lets me forget it. He's mad that I turned down a charter last week because I didn't like their faces. Hey, now look, what about tonight? You can make it, can't you? Come on.
Well, I wish I could.
Oh, come on, Harry, it'll be fun.
Well, see, I have this big wheel coming in from Panama with his order book hanging open. Let me try to drop around later on tonight, if that's okay.
Okay, we'll save you some champagne.
And the shish kebab.
Oh, it's the greatest in the world. Listen, I have to get back. Nobody's minding the store.
I'll see you, Kirk.
Hey, Harry, really try and make it, huh? Slough the computers.
How many years for you and Mac?
15.
15.
That's a long time.
I heard a while back Kirk got married. What happened?
She was killed about 4 years ago. She had a class one night. Kirk was on the police force then in homicide. She used his car, and someone had rigged it with a bomb. Boy, I won't forget that year. He quit the force because all he could think about was finding Janet's killer. Getting the boat, that's what saved him.
Come on, let's dance. Come on now.
Yeah, let's dance.
Hey, come on, join in, boy. Come on.
I wonder what's keeping Mac.
Don't worry about it. He's probably loading up on an anniversary gift.
Oh, sure, with my luck, yeah.
My shish kebab.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, let's take...
Hey!
Hello.
Kirk, Mac, don't let on it's me. I don't want Heather to know.
What's up, pal?
Now, I've got to talk to you. It's important.
Where are you?
The boatyard, Shoreline Way, Beckett's. Meet me right away.
Right.
Steve, you want some?
Yeah.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes, all right?
Is there something wrong?
Just boat business.
Now, what about the shish kebab? That it's ready.
Keep mine hot. Mac? Hey, Mac. Mac!
Kirk, over here.
Hey, what's up?
I'm being tailed. I don't want Heather or the kids mixed up in this. That's all right, I lost him.
Mixed up in what?
Okay, I'm gonna package it for you quick. I'm in the export business, right? 9 to 5, fringe benefits, biannual vacations. Heather packs the skis, and we head for Snow Valley.
Only it's a cover.
You knew.
Well, I guessed. Figured you couldn't talk about it.
I work for the agency. I handle the West Coast substation. I've been running a special agent out of my station. Now, for the past 3 years, he's been on special assignments under the big pressure points. Item, Porto Alegre, Brazil. My man's there the night somebody knocks off the security chief. Item, Bogota, Colombia. A high-powered rifle takes out the leader of the opposition group the day before the national elections. My man is in Bogota at the time. Item, Mexico City. It's the conference for the Association of the American States. Somebody takes the representative from Ecuador off the agenda with a silencer. Now, my man just happens to be in Mexico City at the time. All right, coincidence, proximity, opportunity. That's what I've got. And the creeps.
Why?
First, because every kill is preceded by a down payment to a bank in the Bahamas. 50 grand. Now, 3 weeks ago, there was a fresh deposit made, meaning there's a hit on his calendar. Second, suppose I'm hanging the wrong man.
Now, wait a minute, Mac. You're not hanging anybody yet. Now, what you think is that somebody's using the agency as camouflage, a renegade killer?
I didn't want to believe it was him, Kirk. I recruited him myself. I prayed it wasn't him. But every time I put a play on the board, the same number came up. Always 27. His code number. 27. Ring a bell?
O God, by whose mercy rest is given unto the souls of the faithful, in your kindness bless this grave, entrust it to the care of your holy angel, and free from all the chains of sin, the soul of him whose body is buried here, so that with all your saints he may rejoice in you forever. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. O God, hear our prayers, for we ask of your mercy, humbly beseeching that you would give your servant, Donald MacDougall, whom you have commanded to leave this world, a place in the land of light and peace.
All right, I think we've got it. Let's try 27 to the heat. 27 to the heat. 27 to the heat.
To his soul and all the souls that faithfully departed, through the mercy of God, may they rest in peace.
Funny how things come back, Harry.
Always at a time like this, you know.
Yeah, I was thinking about the way Mac used to holler, turn on the heat when you were going to run up the middle. Remember, you'd fake to the outside and cut back over center?
Yeah, those were the good days.
Yeah, Mac used to lead you through the hole. That play was always good for a lot of yardage.
Yeah, I remember that.
What was the call, Harry?
27 to the heat.
Yeah. Mac put the play on the board, and the same number came up every time.
What?
He was praying it wasn't you, Harry. But he said the same number came up every time, 27. 27 to the heat was you, Harry.
I'm not reading you, Kirk.
Computers, huh? Are you sure that's what you're selling your clients? Or is it a hired gun, a deep cover, an opportunity?
What are you talking about?
A big reunion, beautiful, only it wasn't accidental, Harry. You were tailing Mac and you lost him. You figured sooner or later he'd call my boat, and I would lead you to him.
I'm afraid you lost me too, buddy boy.
I'm gonna nail you, Harry.
Even if I knew what you were talking about, just remember this for Auld Lang Syne. All a man gives you in this world is a one-way ticket. And any minute your flight can be canceled. Any minute.
All right, Kirk, here's where it stands. I sent all the information McDougal gave you back east. It's Washington's baby now.
Oh, come on, Frank. Murder is your jurisdiction.
Now, you and I sat through enough classes at the academy to know what unsupported testimony is worth in a court of law. We can't pick up Keller because of an old football play.
It was Keller's play.
Let Washington look under all the rocks. If something hisses, they'll stomp on it.
Suppose he jumps the country.
I don't think he will.
Why not?
It's too incriminating. He's bound to know you've been here.
Now, look, Frank. Max said that there's a new deposit in that account in the Bahamas. That means Keller's got a date to keep. All he does is go somewhere, get a new ID, and he's right back on schedule.
We've got to play it the way it lays.
Oh, sure, play it the way it lays. Don't lose any sleep about it. Bury the dead and then turn to another channel.
Kirk, we don't have anything. No murder weapon, no shell casings, no fingerprints. All we've got is a slug from a P-38, and you'd better believe that gun is long gone by now. There just isn't any hard evidence.
Hard evidence? Well, it's hard enough for me, Frank.
Madame Gouzès, you want a beer?
No.
I'll fix some lunch.
I'm not hungry.
Three days now, Kirk. You don't eat, you don't sleep. All you do is watch that fella.
He's got to pop up sometime.
But I don't like this. It's like when Janet...
All right. Why don't you fix yourself some lunch, huh?
You know, somebody's got to say this to you. Why don't you let the police take care of it? Don't do no good to punish yourself. See something?
It's Keller. He's taking a cat out for a sail. I can't see him.
Maybe he's caught under the sail.
No, it was deliberate. He's up to something. Let's go.
Ohanian!
Commissioner's here.
Hi, Frank.
What do you say, Kirk? They tell me you were around when this happened.
Yeah?
I got a call from Washington. Everything Mac told you about Keller checked out.
Including the $50,000 down payment on his next hit.
For all the good it'll do him. I take it he left the radio on.
Yes, sir. The room is just the way we found it. The coffee pot here is still plugged in. He called the deli up the Coast Highway at 10:37 this morning. The boy delivered that bag just before noon. $23 worth, huh? Including tip.
What are you trying to tell me, Reardon?
Radio's gone. There's coffee in the cup. He takes the cat out for a quick spin. Winds up fish food.
Makes sense. You don't think so?
No. It's too pat, Frank. Where's the body? You have a body with Keller's recognizable features. His fingerprints, dental work that matches his charts. Well, if you don't, as far as I'm concerned, he's still among the living.
Look, Kirk, I know how you feel, but the man's a waterlogged ghost.
Look at it from Keller's angle. He knows his cover's blown. He knows it's only a matter of time before Washington picks up the same piece as Mac did. So what's his choice? He gun me down? Disappear? So he works it out. Coffee, radio, bag of groceries, all of the props. And me, I'm the icing. I'm the one that spots the catamaran going over. I'm his witness. I see him go under. Beautiful.
Well, one of these days, the body will surface, and you'll have no case.
He'll surface all right, but on a noon jet to Philadelphia or in a car crossing the Mexican border. Hey, he's alive, Frank. And if he's alive, that 50 grand means that there's an important target walking around out there. And Keller's gonna be after him. That ship that stopped offshore, who was she?
Cote Baru, Hong Kong registry. Patrol radioed she was lying about 15 miles off Catalina.
Why'd she stop?
Well, according to her skipper, Captain Chu, she developed drive shaft problems about 2 hours out of Los Angeles, so he stopped her engines. Make it here. Anyway, when the patrol spotted him, he had divers over the stern.
How long did she lay out there?
About 2.5 hours. She was underway again before noon.
Catamaran capsized about here, but the Cote Baru less than 10 miles away. Coincidence? Proximity? Opportunity.
What?
Nothing. Thanks, Lieutenant. I think I got what I was looking for. A breathing apparatus, that's all he needed. All he had to do was stay underwater long enough to rendezvous with a diver from the Cote Baru.
You know, this search, the police are satisfied, Washington is satisfied. You are being unreasonable.
Oh, there are 2 kids without a father. And what about Heather?
I know how you
Yeah,
feel
you're
about
right.
here, but...
The way I feel about the guy that caused all that isn't reasonable at all.
Yes, but you don't have the...
Ohanian.
Ready on your call to Commissioner Moore in Honolulu. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Pat, Kirk Ohanian.
Kirk, aloha. You sailing out for the holidays? I got rooms aplenty if you and Aaron need them.
Yeah, thanks, Pat, but right now all I need from you is a little muscle.
What's up?
There's a ship heading your way from the mainland to Kota Baru. I think she's carrying some hot cargo.
Such as?
An assassin named Harry Keller.
Keller. That name crossed my desk, I think. I thought the Sharks got him.
Not in my book. Yeah, I know. Everybody over here thinks I've lost my head, too. How about it, Pat? Can you help me?
Well, one night in a dark alley, you saved my head, if I recall, sentencing me to eternal drudgery here in paradise. Hello? The Kota Baru, you said? Well, I'll put out word to keep an eye peeled.
Okay. I'll be on a plane in an hour. I'd like to be there when she docks.
It's still 100-1 in favor of the Sharks.
Long shots do come in.
Hop on over. I'll put out the welcome mat.
Thanks, Pat.
You're going, huh? Mac's gone. It's not gonna bring him back.
Well, goes a little deeper than that, Heather.
Okay. Take care. I already lost one man I loved.
Well, now, you tell those boys I'll be back, huh? That's a promise.
Right.
Name's Ohanian. I'm here to see Commissioner Moore.
Kirk!
Hey, Pat, good to see you.
Good to see you. Great timing. Hey, maybe you're right about long shots.
What happened?
Coast Guard received a call for emergency assistance from the Kota Baru. Injured seaman, burned by oil.
Harry Keller, I bet, with his face bandaged.
Well, we'll soon know. Chopper's on the way.
Well, I see paradise hasn't gone to your stomach.
I'm still fast on my feet. You're looking good, really good.
Thanks.
Considering. Bob, let's go. Heliport.
Commissioner Moore, will you come with me, please? I'd like a full report.
Yes, sir.
What are the man's injuries?
Burned, sir. The oil line burst and most of his body got burned.
It's not Keller. Who loaded this man on a chopper?
Petty Officer Swanson, the pharmacist's mate, myself, sir.
What pharmacist, mate?
From the Côte Barou. You saw him, sir. He came in the bird with us.
Why was he wearing a Coast Guard crash helmet?
Regulation, sir.
Where's the pharmacist made off the Côte Barou?
I thought he went to the hospital with you.
And don't forget, spirochetal joints.
Got it.
Captain Chu, this is Inspector Archer. I'm Inspector Treadway of U.S. Department of Health. I'm sorry to report that the crewman taken off the ship has died.
From the burns, I presume?
Correct.
Then why the quarantine, may I ask?
Well, jaundice, I'm afraid. Poor fellow was riddled with it. Spirochetal, very infectious.
Jaundice?
Yes, Inspector Archer's on loan to us from the World Health Organization. Now, with your permission, Captain, we'd like to take a walk around the ship and talk to the passengers. Oh, Captain, your pharmacist mate who went with the helicopter seems to have disappeared. You wouldn't know anything about that, I suppose.
Disappeared? Well, how could that happen?
That's a good question.
You change him already? Yeah, change him already.
Funlo.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna battle here. Okay, watch out. You get on car, get on pin. Watch out. Okay. Come on, cut all that. Come on, let's go. Come on. Run back.
Sea scooter.
Very useful for underwater repairs.
Okay, watch out. You get on car, get on pin.
You've got to notice. You can't manage an apartment building in Chicago for close to 40 years and not hang on to some of the habits. If you don't keep your eye peeled all the time, the tenants will swipe the fillings out of your teeth. Same thing on a boat.
So then, Mrs. Brill, you noticed the food trays.
I did. We was all at the table, the one for passengers, you know, when I remembered that I'd left my good 14-karat gold pendant that Earl gave me in the cabin. So I went back, and on my way, I saw this fellow carrying a tray of food. He was taking it into cabin 2, the Roland woman's cabin, and she was already at the table. Peculiar?
So you began to watch cabin 2?
Well, I didn't exactly look the other way. Jaundice.
Yes. How many times did you see trays taken to cabin 2?
Twice more. I saw the captain go in there 1 or 2 times, too, when the woman wasn't there.
Now, cabin 2 is a 2-room affair, isn't it?
That's right. Earl and me looked at it when we first came on board in Vancouver, before the Roland woman moved in. It has a bedroom and a sitting room. Probably cost her an arm and a leg.
And she never even used it, hardly.
That's right. She spent most of her time reading in the lounge or out on the deck and getting me a munchie. Now, that's where your jaundice was, right there in cabin 2. Whoever was sick stayed in there the whole time, just to keep out of sight.
Mrs. Brill, I'll bet you were one heck of an apartment house manager.
Well, I wasn't bad.
And Roland, we're investigating a suspected case of infectious jaundice. Could we see you for a moment? I'm Inspector Treadway. This is Inspector Archer. He'd like a word with you in the dining room while we have a look at your cabin.
All right.
Now, Peter, don't forget the vacuum. I want dust particle samplings of both rooms and the head.
Very good.
Okay.
Now, could I see your passport, Miss Roland? You're a United States citizen.
Yes. And it's Mrs. Roland. My husband was an American pilot whose plane was shot down in North Vietnam 10 years ago. He's still listed as missing in action.
I'm sorry. Italy, Sardinia, Greece, the Bahamas, Monaco, Bermuda. I must say you do travel. Business or pleasure, Mrs. Roland?
London, I was a model. Monaco, I was a governess come tutor. I taught French and music. Bermuda was a modeling trip, and Greece, I tried my hand at photography. Now, what may I tell you that concerns the quarantine?
Oh, well, you see, spirochetal jaundice sometimes transmitted through food. I wanted to ask you what kinds of food you ordered sent to your cabin.
None?
You never had any trays sent from the galley?
Never.
Well, I don't know how to say this, but, well, we have a statement from another passenger that you might have.
Mrs. Brill is mistaken. She's an otherwise nice woman who somehow can't quite forget that she's an apartment house manager from St. Louis.
Chicago.
Chicago?
I think that'll do, Mrs. Roland. One more thing. Did the captain mention anything to you about a sick crew?
I heard about it, but not from the captain.
You were friendly, though. I mean, Captain Chu did stop in now and then to talk.
I'm not on this ship to socialize, Inspector. No one visited me.
Oh, Mrs. Roland, I was looking for you. I wondered if the young Chinese crewman who died gave any indication of feeling unwell.
All I know is that he was from the engine room, and I did not visit the engine room.
No, of course you wouldn't. But that brings up a perplexing point, though. You see, he was carried on the manifest as a cabin steward until just before the accident. First mate tells my men he was transferred to the engine room the same night that he was injured. Now, before that, cabin 2 was one of his stations.
I'm sorry, I don't remember. When will we be released from our quarantine?
Well, very soon, I'm sure, Mrs. Roland. I'll just give me a minute, and I'll see how the men are doing in your cabin.
Thank you.
Like to wait on deck? Now that this is all over, mind if I ask you a question?
About my health?
Guaranteed unjaundiced. Your passport has you born in Saint-Vallier, France.
My father was in the diplomatic service. Saint-Vallier is a small town in the Provence.
On the Rue Napoleon.
You know it?
Not very well. I know Castellan a few kilometers away.
Oh, I adore it, Castellan.
When were you there?
Oh, many times. My father used to take us on Sundays. Wonderful Sundays. When did you go there?
About 5 years ago, I was in Cannes with my wife. We rented a car and drove to Switzerland.
Is she here with you?
Oh, she's dead.
You took the Rue Napoleon from Cannes, I suppose.
Probably drove right past your house, huh? Look, when this quarantine is lifted, maybe we can get together for dinner, talk about it.
No. No, I couldn't. But thank you anyway.
I'm having the lab boys check a few more cabins, make it look official. How'd it go after I left?
Pretty good. For about a minute and a half. Well, I guess we might as well pull the quarantine, huh?
No reason not to, I suppose.
Excuse me, I was looking for a Mr. David...
Lau. I am Lau, Mrs. Rowland. I am your contact.
Oh, I
apologize for the bizarre circumstance that brought you here, but it was totally unexpected, and we had to improvise.
Yes, I was wondering if you'd heard any news at all. I mean, anything about...
Mrs. Rowland, our arrangement is rather private, you understand?
Yes.
Therefore, I suggest we not speak of it directly, but that we refer to it as delivery. Agreed?
Delivery, yes, yes.
Good. Delivery is coming along just fine, Mrs. Rowland. I expect good news for you within the next 24 hours.
Thank you.
Mrs. Rowland. Captain Chu sent word that Inspectors Treadwell and Archer were aboard. What did they find to talk about?
One of the passengers said they saw food trays carried to my cabin.
And what did you tell them?
Nothing, I denied it.
Did they believe you?
Yes. One of them asked me to dinner.
To dinner? That, I suppose, would be Inspector Archer. Do you recognize this man?
No.
Or this one?
No?
These are pictures taken directly from the files of the World Health Organization just an hour ago, Mrs. Rowland. The first picture you saw is that of the real Inspector Archer. The second, of course, a real Inspector Treadwell.
I don't understand. You mean those men weren't health officers?
Don't let it concern you, Mrs. Rowland.
Their inspection had nothing to do with the crewman's jaundice?
There was no jaundice, Mrs. Rowland. The man was as healthy as you are until Captain Chu had him burned. So the man pretending to be Inspector Archer asked you to dinner. You will accept when he calls.
Why, I don't know if he'll ask me.
I think he will. He has no choice, actually.
Mr. Lau, I'd prefer not. I've done what I agreed to.
You will have a quiet dinner together, Talk about anything you like, except the boat, of course. After you've finished your dinner, you'll go to a telephone and call a number which I'll give you.
What will happen to the man?
That really doesn't concern you, does it, Mrs. Rowland?
That's the whole of the lab report? All right, Peter, thank you. Well, here's the cleanest cabin in a merchant ship in recorded history. According to the lab report, not only was Keller never in the cabin, neither was Mrs. Rowland.
Meaning the cabin was worked over the minute Keller left ship. That's as good as a set of his fingerprints.
Right. You know, there's only one way to go with this whole business. Ann Rowland. I have a team checking into why she stopped off at the snake shop yesterday, incident.
Snake shop?
Oh, great treat for rich old Chinese snake. Alive here, illegal as hell, but I don't want to close down his operation just yet. Not as long as we suspect him of bigger things. Now, how about your dinner with Mrs. Rowland? Now, of course, if you don't want to take her out, I'd be...
Oh, no, I'm willing to sacrifice, Pat. It's just that I'm not sure she'll go.
Well, only one way to find out. She's staying at the Royal.
Really?
Well, that's what the flower lady said.
Oh. How old were you when this picture was taken?
10.
10. You look younger. Maybe it's because you were smiling.
I used to smile a lot when I was 10. Did you recognize the stone building behind us in the snapshot?
Well, sure. The church at Castellan. I'd know it anywhere.
I keep that photograph because it's the only one I have of my father.
Is he still in Saint Vallier?
No, no.
Don't you have any more recent pictures of yourself?
Passport photographs. That's about the only type of photograph I have taken anymore.
Well, here we are.
A floating restaurant?
Yeah, they brought it all the way from Hong Kong. You know, there is one thing that disappoints me about our dinner.
What's that?
No fortune cookies.
Shall we ask the waiter?
Oh, no, I don't want fortune cookies. It's just that I expect them. I mean, every Chinese restaurant on the mainland, you get fortune cookies. Boston, Dallas, Evansville, Indiana, you get fortune cookies. And here in Honolulu, no fortune cookies. I mean, they dazzle you with Peking duck, 57 varieties of noodles. No fortune cookies. The very backbone of Chinese cooking.
I know.
That's nice. You just smile.
It's late, Inspector.
No, not Tokyo. In Tokyo, it's exactly 7:35 in the morning.
We're not in Tokyo.
True. Why aren't you in Tokyo, And why Honolulu? Why not Puerto Vallarta, Mallorca? What makes Annie run?
Not places, Inspector. Not Puerto Vallarta or Portofino or Sardinia.
Then what? Person?
A person, yes, a person. And maybe hope. I had a lot of hope until a telegram from the Defense Department changed it.
And then you really started running.
In the last 5 years, there hasn't been too much joy, but then there hasn't been too much hurt either.
Got a great idea. There's a new club, supposed to be terrific, called Otto's. What do you say we go there for a nightcap? That is if you're not too tired.
I must make a telephone call first.
Sure.
What a taxi? What a taxi?
You know Club Otto?
Me know Club Otto. Good music. I take. Firecrackers. Chinese New Year.
You all right?
Yeah.
Are you sure this is the way to Otto's?
Take long way. You talk to a lady.
Taxi drivers are the same everywhere, land or sea.
Waiting for you. Turn the boat around, quick! Turn the boat around!
Turn around. Come on, turn around! You all right? Grab the boat and head for that ladder. This way. Let's through. Come on, out of the way! Up there.
Get you anything?
Yeah, we're gonna have to stop meeting in dark alleys. Hey, by the way, how did you happen to get here?
Well, it occurred to me that your dinner date might be a setup. They've been one step behind you all the way. Good work, Kim. Really good.
Thank you, sir.
Well, now, Mrs. Rowland, you made a call during dinner. To whom?
Look, Pat, why don't we just...
Kirk, who did you call?
David Lau.
Maybe it's time you pick him up, huh?
No, not yet. But we'll tighten the surveillance up a notch. Kim, I want the names of anybody who goes in that snake shop, any calls he gets, and make sure he doesn't leave the island.
They won't release him now. I know. He'll stay in that terrible prison. Oh, God.
Anne, what we're trying to tell you
I
is
was
that
told what to do, and they made it very clear what would happen if I didn't do it.
you were only trying to save a life. You wanted...
They've sent him back. I've sent him back.
You couldn't have let your husband down, believe me. You couldn't have.
Mrs. Rowland, you say the people who contacted you told you that your husband was still a prisoner in North Vietnam. You say that they claimed they could produce him here in Honolulu. Well, they lied. The Defense Department telegram is right. Now, we've checked it thoroughly. There's no chance that we're mistaken.
Well, what about this? This is his handwriting. He called me Mouse. How would anyone else know that? Dear Mouse, guess who's still alive?
Well, I have no doubt this is genuine. I only suspect it was written years ago and never mailed. See, we know that Lieutenant Rowland survived for a time, but a week, no more.
Anne, I'm sorry. How did you get that letter?
Well, a man in Vancouver called me on the telephone and told me that Tim was still alive. And I would find a letter at the hotel desk. An hour later, the same man called back and told me that there was someone who was very anxious to get to Honolulu, and that if I would cooperate, Tim would be released within hours of us docking. Well, of course, I said yes. But when I got to my cabin, Captain Chu told me that there would be a man coming aboard later, and that he would be using the bedroom, and I would confine myself to the sitting room. When we got to Honolulu, we were to leave the ship as husband and wife.
But there was a change in plan. What happened?
What happened was that the day before we were due, the captain came in very excited. He said that the Honolulu authorities already had been alerted that the man was on the ship and that the police were waiting.
Did you ever see this man?
Yeah, one time. We were just about 2 days out of Los Angeles, and I woke up and he was standing right over me, and he just kept looking at me for a long time. Then he went into the bedroom.
Is this the man?
Yes.
Shake out, Peter, will you? Tell him I want Captain Chu taken into custody immediately.
We've reason to believe that the man in your cabin is a hired killer. Did you hear anything that might help lead us to it?
Oh, there was so little. The captain came in one night with some wine. He left the door open because he was going right out again. But he said something about it's always nice to do business with 100 names.
100 names. Does that mean anything to you, Pat?
I think that refers to the 100 family names of China.
Political?
Well, political, social, economic, you name it. They'll do anything to keep the international pot boiling.
You think maybe Keller is working for them?
Could be.
Is there anything else?
Nothing that makes any sense.
Right about now, almost anything could help.
Well, 10-2. I mean, that's all. The captain said it to the man one night. He said it just came over the radio, 10-2. And then he closed the door.
Could be a time, 10-1, 10-2. Our date, 10-2, October 2nd.
Oh, that's 8 months away. It could be a place, an address.
Yeah.
Well, you must be tired, Mrs. Rowland. Kim, call my housekeeper and tell her to prepare the spare bedroom for a young lady. And assign 2 men. No, make it 4 men to Mrs. Rowland. Make them good men, you hear? No relatives.
All right, sir.
Why don't I get things going here while you take the young lady home, and you can start setting up the guards.
Right.
It's all right. The house is quite safe.
Sorry we kicked over your sandcastle last night.
Sandcastle?
Your dream about your husband. That sandcastle.
Will there be any charges against me?
No, you'll be free to go.
Free?
Where will you go, Anne?
Hadn't really thought yet.
Back to the jet circuit?
It has its moments.
Moments.
Don't belittle moments, Karl Ohanian. Enough moments and you have a life.
Or a very slow death. And after you've finished your full report on David Lauer, you'll be released from technical hold. You can go any time. But, well, I'd kind of like you to stay. At least for as long as I stay. Pat, what's going on?
I haven't seen one like this in some time.
Meaning what?
Gee, Sock.
Ceremonial hanging, a matter of face. Chu served up a misfire on his little mission and was looking right down the barrel.
I don't buy it.
A lot of his ancestors ducked out that way. Whole family sometime. You think it was Keller?
Keller's in Honolulu. It was Keller.
Miss! Miss! Telephone.
Oh, thank you. Hello?
Hi, Mouse. I hope you're all right. Mouse. I'm not too bad. I've been...
Plenty of time, Lieutenant. Mrs. Rowland, this is David Lau. You've heard? Mrs. Rowland.
Yes. Yes, I heard.
Your husband is here in Honolulu. Right now, he is very weak. Mrs. Rowland, you must not be unduly surprised when you see him. He has gone through a great deal. So you see, Mrs. Rowland, we kept our bargain.
But they told me. They told me.
Of course, Mrs. Rowland. The police and Mr. Ohanian told you he was dead. How very Chinese of them.
How's it coming, Kirk?
Blind alleys everywhere, Frank.
Well, with a guy like Keller, I figured it wouldn't be easy.
Which kind of leaves us hanging out to dry here, Frank. That's why I called you.
You put 10-2 through the computer there, of course.
Yeah, 64 readouts, all zip.
Well, I'll stay on it here in L.A., Kirk. You can be sure of that.
Well, I'll keep you posted.
Right.
Thanks, Frank. Well, Mainland was no help either. Did you pick up anything?
Well, really, I got sidetracked by that World Trade powwow in Los Angeles. The Chinese delegate's stopping off here on the way. Meaning I've got to give the old boy red carpet security. Oh, no pun intended.
Who is he?
Oh, Sung Sao. He's China's economic genius. He's helped him over quite a few bad spots. Not exactly a favorite of the 100 names.
100 names, that could put him in our ballpark.
Well, that occurred to me, but he's not even getting off the plane, and the airport is secure. All right, let's add up what we got so far. There are some pluses. I think we can safely assume it's an Oriental affair, almost certainly Chinese. The ship is registered in Hong Kong. Captain Chu, Chinese. David Lau, Chinese. 100 names, Chinese.
Harry Keller's right in there with him.
That's good news. Now for the bad news. Where is Harry Keller?
I'll tell you where Keller is, Pat. He's kiting around free as a bird with a down payment on an execution. Question is who, where, and when. And what the hell is 10-2?
You know what I think?
Yeah.
I think the bad news has it over the good news.
Hello? Yes, I'll hold. Yes, operator, he's here. Please hold on. Mr. Ohanian? For you from Los Angeles.
Thanks. Ohanian here. Yeah, put him on. Ara. Yeah, Ara.
Now, don't tell me it's long distance. I know it's long distance.
What's the good news?
A charter to Ensenada, 1 month, and guaranteed nice faces, too.
Charter? Hey, Ara, Jonas, can't we talk about that when I get back?
We talk about it now.
Never needs the phone.
People want a yes or a no. Now, let's see. It's 1 month starting the 9/3 and finishing the...
Ara, this is February. You're talking to me about a charter in September?
Who said September?
You did. 9/3, that's September 3rd.
That's not 9/3 is next month, 9th of March.
Ara, how many times? Not in America.
So the whole world is out of step at North America, and we waste good money talking rubbish long distance. And now all the civilized world, 9/3 is 9th of March.
It's fine. Okay, Ara, yeah, set it. Wait a minute. I think Ara just gave it to us.
What do you mean?
Everywhere but in America, they put the day first, then the month. 10-2, that's a date. February 10th.
Day after tomorrow.
Right.
The day of the World Trade Conference in L.A.
Yeah. That's why Harry Keller hasn't made his move yet.
Sung Sao, that is the man he's after. Let's go see Lau.
Let's take Ann with us, huh?
Right. We'll pick her up on the way. Get Mrs. Rowland. She's coming with us.
Didn't you see her, sir?
See her?
She got a call, sir. Said it was from you. That you were going to send a blue and white for her.
How long ago did she leave?
About 10 minutes ago.
Did you get the number?
Yes, sir. Mobile unit 36.
All right, put out a call. I want that car stopped.
Hospital here for almost a week now. Seems so much longer since the crash. I can't tell you how much I miss you, Mouse. Hi, Mouse. I hope you're all right, Mouse. I'm not too bad. I've been in the prison hospital here for almost a week now. Seems so much longer since the crash. I can't tell you how much I miss you.
You should have warned Ohanian. Lovely lady.
I hope you're all right, Mouse. I'm not too bad.
Is no good to his dead.
Sir, we have men behind the building and men on the roof. Mr. Lau cannot leave.
Leave? Why should I leave my own shop?
Mr. Lau? This is Karl Ohanian.
Are you a police officer too, Mr. Ohanian?
Not exactly. There are a few questions we'd like to ask you.
Here, in my own little shop, on my home ground and so forth? Sporting.
Now, what's your connection with Mrs. Ann Rowland?
I'm a businessman, Commissioner. She introduced herself and wanted some delicacies sent to her hotel. Nothing more.
Harry Keller?
An unfamiliar name.
Captain Chu.
Sorry.
And I suppose you've never heard of the Code of Baru?
Never.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Lau.
A bientôt, Commissioner.
Oh, Mr. Lau. Ann Rowland told us that you made certain promises about the release of her husband, Lieutenant Rowland, from North Vietnam.
Mrs. Rowland was lying.
Now, why would she do that?
It's hard to tell about people, Commissioner.
Too bad we can't ask her.
Yes, isn't it?
How could you have known she's dead? We just found out.
Harry Keller must have left in a hurry after he killed her. He forgot to take the tape recorder.
We found a fingerprint on the tape. Perhaps you better come down to headquarters while we check it out.
That was a cheap trick, Lau, using her husband's voice on a 10-year-old tape that was never sent to her.
That's absurd.
Let's go.
Do you understand what he said?
Well, the gist of it was, long live the 100 names and the leader, Pan Chow. At least now we know who's behind it all.
Commissioner, Sun Sao has just changed his plans. He's getting off the plane for a press conference.
That could change Keller's plans, too. Let's go.
他们说对方有计划要刺杀您。
谢谢他们关心。
Comrade Song asks me to thank you for your concern. He has a family in China. They would be most unhappy if he did not return.
Well, tell Mr. Sung we're convinced that his life is in danger and that something should be done.
There's evidence a professional assassin has been hired to kill him.
Comrade Song has forwarded your information about the 100 names and Pan Chao to China. Appropriate action will be taken.
But he won't cancel his trip to the trade conference?
商会您去参加吗?
参加.
No, he won't cancel. You see, Comrade Song believes all who serve the revolution are constantly in danger. He will not be intimidated by threats.
Richard Albert Dorn with a D, Canadian passport 9336484. Is that correct?
That's correct. Dorn's photo was found in possession of a Chinese agent named David Lau. Canadian immigration tells us Dorn died 2 months ago. Now, we've reason to believe that Dorn's passport is now being used by a professional killer, and he's on his way to some California port of entry. Over.
Just a moment, please.
Anything yet? I should know in a minute.
Mr. Ohanian, a Richard Albert Dorn, Canadian passport 9336484, cleared immigration and customs 3 hours ago at LAX. Mr. Ohanian?
Look who's here.
You guys still partners?
Yeah, you gonna show us how it's done,
Hey,
Kirk?
that's about it.
What's going on, Frank?
I think we may have him, Kurt. I started work on it as soon as I got your call from Honolulu. We shut down the towers from 5 a.m. to 10 this morning. Our men evacuated the entire maintenance shift. Checked them out, one by one. An electrician is missing, a Leonard Kiley. Clocked in at 11:58 last night, but didn't leave when we cleared the building.
Harry Keller.
I'll lay odds he's holed up now in the tower.
Any chance to delay the conference?
No way. Zoom says it's my problem.
Figures.
Kurt, meet Nancy Rigg. Nancy, this is Karl Ohanian. Where are we now?
A cleanup squad is working right behind the armored team on the 14th floor. They're still building up there.
I'll get it. This is Wharton. The elevator housing? I'll send someone up to check it.
I'll check it, Frank.
Hold it. Take it easy,
Take
Kurt.
it easy. Frank, Harry Keller's mine.
Harry Keller's not going anywhere, and you know it. He's boxed in, and we got a squad of specialists up there ready to cut him to pieces if he tries anything rough. But from now on, this is police business.
Police business? A week ago, the police wrote Keller off for dead, remember?
All right, so we were wrong, but now he's ours.
Now, look, Frank, I chased a dead man halfway around the world and back, and as long as he's alive and in this building, he's mine.
Watch yourself. What about the fire tower?
Oh, your men checked it and had all the doors sealed.
Oh, your assassin split, Ohanian. We've had 3 armored teams working in this building, and there's no sign of him, except his clothes.
You found his clothes?
Well, I didn't. Rustin did. We just set him downstairs. You didn't see the stuff?
No, I didn't.
Come on, guys, break it off.
They tell me they found Keller's clothes.
Our lab men are checking them now. A pair of coveralls, the belt with his tools, some odds and ends of electrical equipment, and an identification card for Leonard Kiley.
Where did they find him? Washroom. What floor? What do you suppose he changed into? There are only policemen in the building. Wait a minute, Frank, something's wrong. The armored squad just went through. There were 4 of them. Upstairs at the elevator housing, I counted 5. conference starting.
Yeah, without Keller, thank God. Take it easy, Kirk. We do have a body this time.
Yeah, I know, but there's something. I don't know what, Frank, but there's something.
Well, it's all over now. If we hadn't stopped him, he'd have finished his job and been on his way to New York. Here's his plane ticket. Flight 33, leaving at 10:20 a.m.
10:20. How long does it take to drive from here to the airport?
30, 40 minutes.
Okay, let's give him 40 minutes to get to the airport, another 15 minutes to check in. That's 55 minutes. Now subtract that from the time on the airline tickets, 10:20.
You get 9:25.
9:25. You get it, Frank? Keller was finished.
Finished?
With the job. He was on his way out. Whatever he intended to do was already planted.
But what? What kind of device did he plant? Where?
I don't know. But it's got to be in there somewhere. That toolkit Keller brought in. What did you find in it?
Wire cutters, current testers, screwdriver, bladed jackknife, spool of wire, can of wood dough.
Wood dough? It's plastic explosive.
Commissioner?
Nancy, what's this device for? Is that translation?
Yes. Get in tighter on the tabletop. The selector switch has 6 settings. 1 is for the speaker's voice, 2, the English translation, 3, the French, 4, the Dutch, 5, the Spanish, and 6 is for the Chinese.
Gentlemen, the meeting is called to order.
It's in that room. It's gotta be.
The bomb squad checked everything in that room, Kirk. Microphones, all the plugs, even the delegates' chairs.
It's there, Frank. I know it is. It wouldn't take much of that plastic explosive to do the job. Freeze for, huh? It's in the earpiece. When he gets to 6, it blows.
Trade is the lifeblood of nations. Prosperity at home is impossible without
prosperity abroad. We're all linked. Nous sommes tous les anneaux d'une grande chaîne équipe.
Het doel vandaag van deze vergadering is om stap 1 zijn.
Al encontrarnos aquí es tomar pasos.
When the conference room is cleared, the meeting will resume. I would like to read a prepared statement the members of the Trade Council have unanimously signed. A declaration deploring the senseless act of violence. There cannot be the harmony sought by the world and exemplified by this Trade Council in an atmosphere of tension and violence.
Your name is Ohanian, you said. It is Irish?
Armenian. You speak English very well.
When it is diplomatic. Do you have children, Mr. Ohanian?
No.
I have 3. A boy, a little girl, very beautiful, and a small son. I think they'll be happy to see their father again, Mr. Ohanian.
Doug, come on up here. Okay. Now, Steve, you're gonna take the wheel and take us up the channel, and when we get out in the open water, Doug, you're gonna take over. Okay. Now, we're heading out on a pretty fair day. But you've also got to be ready for the rough weather. Because when you're out at sea and it hits you, you're in for some real rough times. You're gonna be out there and you're gonna be scared and alone. But if you're a good sailor, you got a good boat under you, you can hang in there and ride out the bad times and make it back to port.
They'll make it. They'll be okay.
I know. We're coming on the channel, Kirk.
Okay, Doug, you take over.
Just the same.
What?
He says, all nice faces.